The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. McLaren did a decent job during qualifying. This is a solid grid position and it certainly has the potential to lead to good race results. The weather is very overcast here and teams are staring at the sky watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
And you can't get much more excitement than this on race day. It's the Monaco Grand Prix. It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere as ever is electric. There we see Kevin Magnussen. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Will their hard work pay off today? We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's the 2024 or 2022 management, the 2024 Monaco Grand Prix. And what a cluster right off the top. Now we should be focusing in on Magnussen. He's actually our four-wheel driver right now. And we'll show you around the track a little bit as he goes. Just to give you a brief update, we did practice here, went pretty well. A couple days ago, both drivers looked okay. Schumacher looked okay. He looked fine. He's about 15th is what he earned, essentially. Magnussen looked great, especially when we put medium tires on him. So we decided for the two strategies today, well, I'll show you the two strategies as we go here. Look at Magnussen. First of all, let's see who's in front and behind him. Oh, he's got two good, well, those are his good sectors because he's racing. Anyway, I'm all flustered. Let's see how fast he goes on the home stretch here. Check out his telemetry a little bit. Change the camera angle, see who's behind him. Got about 150 miles an hour there. Everything's going to be good here. As far as his setup goes, we put a new Ferarri engine in before the race, so he's got a 96% Ferrari. This is the quintessential autosports race, people. Monaco Grand Prix. So we put the best engine in. We got a great ERS. His gearbox 52%. Not entirely a problem, I don't believe. We hope not. He's got all the newest stuff that we put through. He's going to be running medium tires since he did so well in time trials and in practice. He got 8th position to start. He's going to go hard tires at about lap 33, it looks like. It's over 70 laps, which is a lot of laps, but it's a short course. So it's going to be about as long as any other race, time-wise. What can I say about Magnussen? He raced stellar on this course. I'm not sure why. Now, one thing they tell you before this race,
DRS enabled,
is that generally speaking, it's a tight course. It's narrow. There's not a whole lot of opportunity to pass here in Monaco. So, as they say, pole position's a huge deal. It basically mostly comes down to pole position and your pit crew. Now, we don't have a great pit crew, so pole position was particularly key. And Magnussen getting 8th is just awesome. The chances of him now scoring points in the top 10 are pretty solid. And that's what we want. We need to make sure that we come in the top 10 and we keep McLaren out. Old Trevor's tires getting a little bit warm, they say. They said overcast, but it's supposed to be a good day today, so I'm not too worried about rain. Look at that. You got people in the yachts watching right off the harbor there. And so that's basically it. Our strategy here today is we want to see. Now, I am getting some stutter there. Even though before the race started, I went in and I increased the priority of the game. So I gave it a higher priority. And that really helped out in time trials and in practice. And in theory, it should hold up here as well. But giving a higher priority to the game may not have given a higher priority to OBS, which is recording the game. So perhaps that's where this is. But I'm hoping that these stutters will iron themselves out pretty quick. Our computer will settle into its routine. We shouldn't get too much going forward. But I won't talk too much about that. I want to talk about the race. So that's essentially Magnussen. We want him to finish in that top 10. We want to keep McLaren out. That will bring us further in the standings as a team. With it being so tight, though, there's always a risk of collision. You can't really run wide here or spin out. If you run wide or if you spin out, there's a high likelihood that you're going to impact a wall. So your drivers have, as well as pushing it, they have to be really cautious. So it's tough. This is for only the best drivers in the world, this whole thing. So I'm sitting to the edge of my seat this whole race. Schumacher, the good thing about him is we're not expecting too much. Oh, look, see now he's got, oh, I didn't see Magnussen. I didn't see who was in front or behind him. Okay. Magnussen's got Bottas in front of him and Alonso behind him. Okay, so Schumacher, he's got Tsunoda in front of him and Ricciardo's behind him. So we want him to hold Ricciardo back. Check his telemetry, 162 miles an hour it looked like there. His tires are a little warm. His car's got 66, 58, 61. He'll be fine. But we are not putting too much pressure on Schumacher for this race. He's running on hards, so his best option is that he's going to be able to go a long time before he pits, if we don't get weather. And hopefully a lot of these other drivers, depending on what kind of tires they're using, we got a lot of softs out there to begin with, some mediums. A lot of cars might pit in front of him, and that might boost him up. He'll pit later, lap 52, it looks like, when he switches to soft. So I expect him, I'm going to guess he's going to end up 14th. If I have to guess early race here. Here's his camera view as he comes around the tightest corner. And there again, there's Ricciardo right behind him. And Ricciardo's going to be trying to pass him the whole time. But he's gotten better at defensive driving. This is the best place to pass, is in this tunnel. And the kid's gotten better at putting that distance behind him. Here they go along the harbor. With most of the crowd up here in the stands on that fast section. They come around a tight bunch of corners here. And then they make their way out after this one into the home stretch right here. So yeah, we have no pressure on Schumacher, which could be good for him. You know, since we're not expecting much, it's all positive potential for him. Now he's in a group that's falling back. Magnussen up here again is up in a higher traffic area. And he's got a lot of cars in front and behind him. And having someone like Alonso behind you and Bottas in front of you, that's tight company. Oh, sorry, Bottas in front of him. So there's Alfa Romeo in front of us. And Alfa, no, yeah, no, Alpine behind us. So there's going to be a lot of this. Now, I was surprised to not see any sort of collision or issue early on when everyone was all clustered right off the start there. Everybody came out of it. There were no accidents, no incidents on that initial start. So this is a great start for the Monaco Grand Prix 2024. Have people standing there on the... Yeah, just imagine being in town for this thing. I couldn't imagine anyone could afford lodging. Anyone, you know, of normal income. The track's dry. We got a 40% chance of rain now. It's overcast. So we are looking at the clouds, but I think the weather forecast is pretty good. We need to get well, we did Q3. We got qualifying position in 12 or better, and did Q2. So we got 314,000 for all that. We need to finish the race in 12th or better, which shouldn't be a problem. And a hot streak, we'll get a hot streak 3 to work our way toward that. Data view. Yeah, again, it's for the next, 20 or so minutes, it's cloudy. After that, it clears up. So as long as we don't get precipitation, forecast accuracy 70%, then we could be okay for the whole day. I'm gonna mute for a second, blow my nose. Be right back, folks. So unfortunately, from a team spectating perspective, this isn't going to be. There's not going to be a whole lot of jockeying going on here. These guys are basically racing in a line for an hour and a half. So I'm really going to have to come up with things to say. But I would imagine there'd be a lot more people there. Seems like there's more people in the stands. Hold on a second. Sorry, I have some serious allergies going on, so at least I don't sound too stuffed up, I don't think, but anyway, yeah, so there's not going to be a lot of like, and so-and-so overtakes so-and-so. It's going to be relatively quiet there. Unfortunately, the most likely thing that's going to change positions is if somebody goes wide or somebody spins out, like I said, they're going to impact the wall. That's going to make a big difference, but you hate for that to be the reason, you know. We may occasionally get somebody passing in here, but I don't know. I mean, he's putting pressure on Bottas, is Magnussen, so you never know. He may be able to get around him. I don't know. Bottas he's a tough driver. Got good distance between him and Alonso. Check on the kid. He's got those other guys close on him. I mean, he's got McLaren right there. And that's Ricardo. He's a solid driver, so he's got to be careful. But he still has to push it enough to stay ahead of these guys, you know? It's not easy. Not going to be easy. Here's on the home stretch. It's keeping him behind him, though. It looks like he catches up on those straightaways. But then the kid keeps him at bay in the corners. We made some improvements to our cars, and actually, before this race started, you know, it tells you. Well, here we could probably see it up here. If you go into circuit info, what is the circuit map? Oh, this actually pauses it. I'm sorry. Car attributes. So the best things for this: low speed cornering and low speed dirty air cornering. Also medium speed cornering and low and dirty air medium speed cornering. Those are key here, and our cars, I believe our cars are at least with the field, if not better than the rest of the field in those aspects. So we actually have an advantage car-wise for this circuit. For those of you who have not been watching Magnussen real quick. For those of you who have not been watching on Twitch, again, it's Tommy Naperville on Twitch, where I do the between race prep, the practice, and the time trials. We were able to add another scout to Haas Motor Group. So I believe we have now 3 full-time scouts looking around out there. Right now we're not scouting any other drivers, I don't think, although maybe we still have a scout out looking at a driver or 2. But again, for me, after this season, I'm going F1 2023. So I'm not going to run multiple seasons in this sim. So I'm not really looking for the future. I'm not looking to develop F2 racers and bring them up. So I'm not really, if I'm scouting a driver, it's because I want a replacement this year, and I'm only going to be really looking at F1. I mean, unless there's somebody stellar in F2 that can do something. He's got good distance between him and Alonso now. Look at this city. Whoever thought to have a high-speed race in this city? I mean, I guess they started in the 20s. They wouldn't have thought back then that you'd be going 150 miles an hour through this little seaside town. But I lost my train of thought here. Here's the slowest corner right there. Yeah, when I watch this, I get pulled in and I forget what I was talking about. Yeah, so we are still scouting. I think we determined, as far as our race engineers go, Ed Reagan, who is the engineer for Magnussen, you know, they didn't know each other all that well at the beginning of the season, and I think they're starting to get a better affinity with each other. Reagan's he's one of the better race technicians in F1. So we really don't want a replacement for him. Plus, I think he's got a couple years on a contract. Our other race engineer for Schumacher, Gary Gannon, is his contract ends at the end of the season. So, as we would attempt to line somebody else up, and we're looking for, you know, slightly better if we can. Although there's a good affinity between him and Mick Schumacher. So, you know, a change would have an effect there. But, and Gannon's not a bad race engineer. But there are better ones out there, and I think we're doing a detailed scouting on someone. I know we scouted a tech from Alfa Romeo. I think we're looking at a guy now. I don't know if he's with Alpine or Williams. Actually, we offered to renew. Maybe it's. I could be wrong. Maybe Reagan ends his contract this year. We made an offer to renew one of our engineers' contracts. I can't remember who it is. You have to go over watch and think. I don't know if it's still on Tommy Napier. Oh no, It still should be on Tommy Naperville on Twitch. We offered a contract for 2 years and a slight boost in salary, and they basically said no thanks. So I don't know if it's because they only want 1 year. It's possible they don't want to be locked down, or if they want more than 2 years, or they want more money. I don't know. And it's something that the simulation doesn't really tell you. So we're going to have to play wait and see on that. See, now we're already at lap 15. Nobody's had a pit yet. And Magnussen is... Everybody's still in the... I think everyone... 16 laps and everyone is in the same position that they started in. There's been no announcements by the announcer at all. Especially to say someone has passed somebody else. Now I guess I can't say for everyone else. But I know my guys at least started in 8th and 15th, and here they are still, so. Okay, now, competitor ran wide on Sector 3.
We've just had a car run wide.
Ricciardo, right behind, and he's right behind the kid.
Daniel Ricciardo involved here. They're forced wide, and there we can see them slide off.
Okay, that was very minimal. But he's got some issues with his brakes, apparently. Or he made a mistake. Alright, well that may help. He may have lost a second or so behind Schumacher. I guess let's check in with that. Now let's see where they have for tires. A lot of these guys on softs are going to have to come in. They're all going to come in before our guys do. Let's go back to Schumacher for a second. Oh, Ricciardo's still right on him, though. He really didn't lose anything. He's a good driver. He'll recover quick from that. Here's where you're most likely to see him attempt to pass. All right, I want to go back to Magnussen. There's a lot of guys behind him, and it looks like he's got Bottas right there, but he can't really seem to pick him up. You know, he's just a little too far ahead. He's disappearing behind the turns ahead of him. Bottas is good. I mean, Bottas came out and outperformed him in time trials. Actually was behind him and then came up in front of him. Yeah, it looks like Kevin's running these walls close. Alright, you can see Alonso back there. Not too close. We really gotta get on it, Kev. That's a tough corner. You go wide on that one, you're in that wall. Yeah, I don't think he's gaining on Bottas. I think he's slightly losing ground on him. Bottas is slowly pulling away. I take a break now and blow my nose. Be right back. Yeah, so to go from Spain, and again, I have a hard time reading my board, my bosses. Every time I think, well, we're not good enough. We got a point in Spain. I think Magnussen was like 10th place. I can't recall. It was just last week, but and McLaren did not. So we actually gained on them, but I didn't think it was enough, and the board was very pleased. So okay, works for me. So now Magnussen's in a careful spot. I mean, obviously he wants to be as aggressive as he could be without crashing. He's in a good position now in a sense where Alonso's far enough back where he needs to focus on not making a mistake at the very least. Don't hit something. Don't lock up on the turns. Don't spin the tires coming out of them. You know, keep your position. But if he wants now, Bottas is on hard tires too. So we're gonna pit before he does. Alonso's on soft, so he's gonna pit before us. Bottas is gonna jump. Bottas is gonna be in first at least for a short period, because everybody ahead of him has softer tires. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers with hard tires. Schumacher's one of them. So my assumption is that these guys running soft tires are going to switch to hard tires. And then that's where they're going to stay, I think, for the rest of the race. Yeah, Magnussen's pretty much alone here, so I'm going to switch back to the kid real quick. He's got really nobody in front of him, but he still has Norris right on his tail. Seems to be doing okay here, though. Not Norris. Ricardo. But he's got a good pace in that straightaway. And actually, we should be, theoretically, taking these turns at a better pace than those guys. We have good cornering. Here comes. So yeah, those turns are where we should be. And it looks to me, I don't know, but it looks to me a little bit like he's putting some distance between him and Ricardo. It's very little, very little. I think he's doing it. I think he's doing well. I think Schumacher's doing well. We gotta worry about Norris. So as far as pitting goes, let's see here. All right, Magnussen he's going to come in at 33. I'm going to watch these now because I think the soft tires are going to start to pit somewhat soon. So 11 more laps and Magnussen comes in. Schumacher, on the other hand, he's going to go all the way to 52. He's not even halfway yet. Both my drivers now, if you look up here, are fairly alone. It's a nice spread out track for my drivers at least. The weather, chance of rain's dropping. 3:27 p.m., 3:28 p.m. almost. And let's see again with the soft. Who's got the soft tires? Yeah, Schumacher's 8 seconds behind Tsunoda, but only 3 seconds ahead of Ricardo. Magnussen's full 4 seconds behind Bottas, and looks like 6 seconds ahead of Alonso. Interesting. Okay, so only 25% chance of rain, but the clouds come over and you never can tell. It looks, you know. I look up here for dry. That's good. Track rubber's low. Track rubber's low. Track rubber's normal. Yeah, I worry a little bit about the kid here, who has slightly higher tendency to make mistakes that could crash. So I'm more concerned about him doing something of that sort. I think his tires are probably warming up a little. Tires looking good. Everything there, everything's above 50%, which is good. I think we're okay. He's almost halfway. 52, so 27. No, 26. He's at the halfway mark towards his pit. Yeah, look at this. I mean, he's in the S car. I don't even see Ricardo. There's Ricardo. All right, he's there, but I think he's making. I think he's getting ahead there. Magnussen's pit window comes in about 6 more laps. Or the window opens at least. Which stinks because he's going to fall back. Again, tires. So there are guys in front of him who are going to pit first. And they're in the 30s already. Hamilton, Russell, I mean, they're a little ways ahead of him, though. Here he is. You got both Mercedes guys. He's going to pass Mercedes. He's probably going to get past most Mercedes. Who's the blue ahead of him? Both Mercedes and Perez. Maybe it possibly gets around them. But then he's going to lose that again when he goes into pit. Schumacher is going to... Schumacher may gain ground on... Ooh, he's close there. Tsunoda. He should be able to pass Tsunoda. He's not going to get Joe. And he may get Ocon. Probably not Norris. But yeah, we should start to see pits pretty soon here. Again, right now we're looking at Magnussen. He's got drivers behind him, but I don't even see him, so I guess he's got a good enough thing there. He's still got Valtteri Bottas right in front of him. Valtteri. Although that doesn't look like Bottas there. Whoa! He almost hit the wall. Yeah, I don't know who's... I think he lapped Alpine or whatever that was. But I don't see Bottas is still too far up ahead. At Williams? Yeah, I think that's Williams. So these guys are back here. These guys are already getting lapped. Albon and Latifi. Oh, those poor guys. And look at that, Aston Martin back there. Aston Martin and... Okay, now Stroll's already in the pit. That doesn't mean anything for either one of our guys, but he's the first one to take a pit. Those poor guys. Those two teams are dead last. It's basically McLaren and AlphaTauri that we're competing with. I guess Alfa Romeo as well. And Alpine. But there you go. All right, we're at lap 27 of 78. So lap 39 is the halfway mark. But they really go around many times, don't we? Yeah, and unfortunately Magnussen's fallen behind Bottas. And Bottas is going to... Now Alonso, what kind of tires does Alonso have? He is soft, he does. So he's going to pit. We don't have to worry about those guys right behind us. And we don't have to worry about Norris, because Norris ain't going to catch up. So we're going to stay ahead of them. And we should leapfrog Hamilton and Russell, who may come in like now. Honestly. We'll see. They coming in here? Nope. At least Hamilton didn't. Russell? Not either. They're gonna go around again. Verstappen out in front. I think this is Verstappen. And then you got like a we're not going to catch Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Perez. We might get Hamilton, Russell. I think we'll get 6th place when Mercedes comes into pit. I think we'll go from 8th up to 6th. Ferrari not pitting yet. Let's see what happens here. Perez. Let's see if Perez pits. We're getting around that time for those guys with soft tires and start pitting. Okay, Perez is going for pit. We're not going to catch him. He's going to get out before we get there. Hamilton's coming in. We might get Hamilton. Russell? Is Russell going in? No, he can't. Russell can't go in now. You can't pit both of your guys at the same time. Ooh, can we get around? Can we get around Perez? Perez is coming out. Can we get past him? No, we can't. There he is, right there. Crap, we're right behind Perez. We're right on him. 7th. Okay, but Russell's got to come into pit though. And Russell's ahead of us. We're going to get 6th once Russell comes in. Yeah, they couldn't pit both cars at the same time. Alonso, Gasly behind us. They're falling in. It looks like Schumacher. Is Schumacher going to get around? Schumacher's around Alonso and Gasly. Schumacher up to 13th. All right. Now we're going to see Leclerc's in the pit. We're not going to get around Leclerc. He's going to come back out. But Russell's going to go in. He's probably pushing right now, because he wants to make sure he can get in as Russell goes in the pit. Russell going to pit. Russell's... No, he's not. Russell's going around again. All right. Now I think he's pressing to try and get as far forward as he can. He's really hauling as his competition comes in for the pits. So yeah, as you're looking at him here again, this is Russell right here, and he's going to come in the pit right here, and we should be able to leapfrog him without too much of an issue. I was going to point to him on the map there, but this has got to be Russell's pit here. Bottas is not going to pit. Sainz and Verstappen still haven't caught in yet. But they're out here. They're almost lapping Kid. Russell didn't go in again. Russell's still staying out. It's like he's waiting for us. But we're going to wait till he pits. Even if we hit the middle of our pit window, we are not going to pit ahead of Russell. It's just not happening. Tsunoda's going to pit. Schumacher is going to get around him. Schumacher's going to make it around him. He's going to go to 12th. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Sainz is in the pit. We're not going to gain on him. Verstappen has to pit. But he's so far out ahead. He's over here. So it's really Russell. Russell's right here, the light blue. And we're going to go to 6 because he's going to pit right now. He's got to pit right now. Right there he goes. He's going to pit. All right, so he's in the pit. He's in there. And he's going to be sitting still as we get around him 6th place. Cool, and now we want to get... All right, he's starting to come out, but we want to get some distance. We'd like to get enough distance so that... What the heck? Get around him. So that when we go to pit... See, he's coming out right there. When we go to pit, he doesn't catch us. All right, so this is Verstappen. He's going to go into pit right now. Okay, there he is. Bottas will not pit before us. He's on hard tires. Schumacher up at 11th now, but now we got Norris in 8th. But now Schumacher has... So Norris has mediums. So Norris is going to come in before Schumacher. So Norris, where's Schumacher? This is Norris. So Schumacher's going to leapfrog him. We're stopping in the pit. So Norris is the next guy we're looking for. Magnussen doing well in 6th. And he's got right on him. He's got Hamilton. Optimal pit stop lap. Okay, we'll do that. So we got to go hards next. Okay. Don't let Hamilton get around you.
Box.
Come on, dude. You can't let somebody pass you. How do you let somebody pass you? I mean, I know it's Hamilton, but for crying out loud. I can legit let the guy pass you. Now Norris is in for the pit. Schumacher's got to get around him. Let's check Schumacher real quick. He's going to get around him. Okay. Okay, good. He's in 10th. So we got our 2 of our guys in the top 10, but I cannot believe... Oh man, he's got Alonso right on him though. Alonso's trying to make a move. He's got to fight defensively. You can keep Alonso behind you, kid. You're good enough. I still can't believe Magnussen got passed by Hamilton. Get him back. Where is he? Get him, for crying out loud, kid. How do you let that guy get around you like that? Hamilton on hards now. Doggone. Doggone it, get in, get in, get in. 7th. 8th now. 9th. Oh, crap. 9th. All right, well, we're 9th and 10th. That's the bad news. He fell to 9th place. Now, and he has... All these guys have hard tires ahead of him. And they're not really... They're not really going to come in. So we're basically stuck in 9th. Well, here's the good news. They're both making points right now. Although Schumacher's going to have to pit. And so he's going to fall back. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. 9th and 10th is not good, although it gets us both points. But unfortunately, again, he's going to pit. He's going to lose those points. Right now, at least, we're holding these guys out. So if we can hold McLaren back there with no points, then... And Magnussen come in 9th. That could tie us in points. All right, we got around him at least. So Joe is the one ahead of us. This is not good. I was hoping he was going to stay 8th. He started in 8th. And if he could have finished in 8th, that would have been awesome. But everyone ahead of him has hard tires, and they're going to finish out the race on the tires that they have on right now. Although, but wait, no, Bottas is 58. Bottas is here, I believe. Let's check. Yeah. I don't think we're going to catch Bottas when he comes into pit. That's the problem. I think he's going to get out of the pit before we can. Which means we're stuck in 9th. It'll be close. It'll be close. But let's see, track grip is high. That's good on the hard tires. Rubber's still low. Again, I hope nobody has any issues. I don't want to see anybody else have issues. You want it to be a good, clean race. But I was hoping for 8th. Because again, it looks like Schumacher's probably going to fall out. The idea is that was always been that we were going to have one guy in the point, going for points, and that was going to be Schumacher or Magnussen. Yeah, again, the optimal was keep McLaren out of the points, keep him out of the top 10, and have Magnussen score higher. If we ended where we started, 8th and 15th, that would have been ideal. 9th is upsetting. Now, we are closing on Joe. So theoretically, we're at lap 37. We're almost to the halfway mark. We can overtake Joe. That's entirely a possibility. Just like he got passed by Hamilton. I think he's a better racer than Joe, so he could get back into 8th with an actual pass. So he's going to need to push, but he's going to need to be careful. He is gaining on him. And that would have us 8th. Again, yeah, if we get 8th and we hold McLaren out, I think that ties us in the standings. And that would be a great Monte Carlo race. And it's going to take him a while. I don't think it'll take him too long to catch up to Joe here. He's pretty much right on him anyway right now. Well, it's going to take a while for him to get in right behind him and then find that right time. He may make a couple attempts, unsuccessful, but before he finally does overtake him. But I believe he could do it. Because, yeah, he is obviously closing on him. Look, he's real close now. In fact, we can watch from his camera angle here now, as he's probably going to try and make his move under the tunnel. There, he's right on him.
Okay, we're still okay.
Oh, the kid got passed by Alonso? Yeah, he was struggling with Alonso.
Alpine just advanced.
All right, I'm going to see that. What the heck happened?
We can take a look now. Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car.
That's where Hamilton got us.
And there they go, moving up a position in the pack. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Yeah, both of our drivers get passed. Not good, guys. Not good. They just had development points. They just further developed themselves. And the kid is in a traffic jam there. He may get passed again. But I would love it if he could stay ahead of Norris. Norris is here. No, Norris is here. He's got Gasly and Norris on him. I'm actually going to switch to him. I was thinking maybe Magnussen goes for it here. Can't do it. Can't quite get him yet. He's going. He's on the inside. He did it. He did it on the inside. Close. He's fighting back.
Keep that up.
Ooh. Ooh, he might give it up, though. Oh, good for Joe. He's not giving up.
Haas with an overtake there.
All right, we saw that, so we're not going to rewatch that replay.
Let's just get into a rhythm.
Oh, my gosh. It's getting passed again, now by Gasly. Come on.
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri. Let's see what happened there. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly. Gaining a position there. They make it look so easy.
They do. He's been passed twice now.
The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
You got Norris breathing down your neck now too. Kid, you're supposed to be holding McLaren out of this top 10. McLaren gets in that top 10 and gets a point. That's going to push the whole team back. You need to stay ahead of McLaren. Get around this guy before the... Oh, good. Oh, McLaren got caught behind him. Look at this. Here comes Verstappen, about to lap us. And Leclerc. This guy's the best drivers in the world. Oh, he almost hit the wall. There goes Leclerc. Unbelievable, those guys. Where's Norris? Okay, Norris is there, but he's back here. That slowed him down in that traffic jam. Now I got Sainz passing us too. And now here he is, right there. Freaking A. Don't let Norris pass you, kid. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about him. Now it looks like we're ahead of Zhou here. Schumacher's ahead of Zhou. So now it's really... I'm really watching Schumacher. Schumacher needs to play great defense. Norris gets around him. Ugh. And all of a sudden, he goes to 11th. No, he goes to 12th, and then he'll go to 11th once Joe pits. And then when Bottas pits, Norris could work his way into the top 10 and make a point. We'd end up gaining 1 point on them as opposed to 2. Kid, you gotta stay ahead of him. Don't let him pass you here. Don't let him pass you. Don't let him pass you. He's gonna try. Gonna enable his DRS. He's braking on you. You gotta stay ahead of him. You have superior cornering. You're doing okay so far. Stay in front of him. Nice move there. Man, this is tense. Kid, you're in 12th place and you're trying to keep our team points. You got a big job here. You got a big job in 12th place, and it's to keep him in 13th. Without being a jerk, I mean, you can't just be a roadblock. You gotta outdrive him. You need to outdrive Norris, man, and you can. You can get him stuck behind this guy. Use Williams as a buffer. There's a good move there. You should be able to keep him out of those corners. Oh crap, he's still right on you. Don't let him get you here on the straightaway or in the turn. Fight him. Come off. No, don't. Oh, I'm going to be so upset if you let him get around you. I think it's a matter of time. With the way that Norris is pushing on him. Son of a gun, kid. We got him there. You got him there. He's just too tenacious. He's not putting any distance between him. He's just fighting him off on the straightaways, just barely. And here's where he's going to make a big move. All right, get around Williams here. There you go. Maybe that'll slow him down. Maybe that'll slow him down. No, he went right around him like he wasn't even there. Son of a gun. Man. I don't think that slowed him down. I'm sitting here watching my back driver. Because he's the one keeping McLaren out of the points right now, but I don't think he can keep it up. And there's nobody else in front of him here to play buffer again. He can't tuck himself in behind somebody to use as a buffer. He's just all alone. And Norris is going to pass him, and then Ocon's going to pass him. Man, he's right there. It's just funny how I'm watching the battle for 12th place. And he still has a pit window. Man, if he could hold out to the pit window, that'd be great. So you should lose him through the corners. You have superior cornering. Tires are getting warm so that now the race engineer is going to tell him to lay off on the turns. And that's going to give him the chance to get around right here. There's making his move. No. Don't let him get around you, kid. He's doing much better defensively. I got to hand it to him. I would have thought it would have happened before now. The fact that he's done defensively enough that he's still behind him at this point, really impressive. So he's going to make his move under the tunnel. Kid came off the corner pretty well. Very slightly over here. Magnussen is all alone. He's basically just having a stroll, like a Sunday drive through Monaco. I have to take a screenshot here somewhere. Right? I mean, I need to be taking screenshots of Monaco. He's coming on the straightaway, kid. Don't let him get around you. Nice defensive move there. Kept him to the outside. Keep him back there. Keep him back there now. Keep him back there. Good job. Good job. He's doing all right, man. The kid is doing okay. I think the lighting's better from the other direction. Not from this direction with the sun coming at you. Stay at him, stay at him, stay at him. One screenshot. Oh, that's just gonna be a blur. I gotta get one more here. Here's a good one coming up. Right here. There's a good one there. Got me a screenshot there. Okay, I got a couple screenshots of my 12th place driver. Oh, did somebody just lock up back there? I was trying to get around him. Look at the defensive work. Oh, he's trying to make the move. He got Verstappen. Is that Verstappen back there? What happened? Where'd everybody just go? Is there a crash? What the heck happened? There, he's catching right back up. Oh, Verstappen passed him. Verstappen or Perez. I don't know who that is. All right, there's a buffer. But now he's going to get around him on a straightaway. Not here, though. Look at that. All of a sudden, a buffer. All right, he's going to let him go around. But now you got Norris coming back, breathing down your neck. But he's still back there, and he's... Ooh, they gained on him there. Now he's right there again. Doggone that guy. How's he that freaking quick? How did he get back in it that quickly? He's like a quarter mile behind us. And if he comes up on the turn that quick, doesn't he risk wiping? I'm really impressed, though. I'm really impressed he's been able to hold out like this. Although I'm really surprised Norris got right on him like that again. Like, got right back. He was almost out of sight. And all of a sudden, there he is. I don't even want to switch camera angles because I don't want to jinx it. You know? Like, I'm afraid if I switch to his car camera, then all of a sudden I'll see him pull around on one side. Man, he is right there, isn't he? Rhyming. Shake him on those corners, kid. Shake him. Little stutter. I don't like the stutter. Stay ahead, though. Bottas is going to be coming in probably before Schumacher does. Oh, look at him stay in front. Boy, Magnussen's like lonely out there. Oh, he tried to move. When he made it back in. Onto the wall. Look at this. Alright, he's got him here. He can hold him here. Hold him. He's not intimidated by Norris. I think he's doing better with his defensive driving. I think we put those points to good use. Every time he gets development points with basically defensive driving. This is still his weakest. But he's gotten better. But look at those turns. So. Get away from him. This is the tough spot. This is where he's going to try to make it. Look at the defensive move. He tried to go outside. The kid's blocking him out. If we can go all the way to the pit and keep him behind us. Uh-oh. Hold him. Yes. We're holding him. Don't let him get inside. Nice moves. I don't know what my stutter thing is here. I'm gonna go instead. I did above average, or yeah, I think above average priority. I'm gonna give it high priority next time. I think we're gonna make it all the way to our pit window. I'm hoping to make it all the way to our pit window with them behind us. Because Norris is gonna get 12th. Joe's gonna pit, which means he's gonna get 11th. And we gotta keep him out of the top 10. Bottas is gonna pit, but I think Bottas is far enough in front that they're not gonna catch him. So the kid has been doing a great job here, keeping a real solid driver in Norris behind him. There's a big stretch right here. Big stretch right here. It's a big point right there, and he whips back in again. Look at that. He keeps boxing him out. And now you'd have to be really crazy to pass here. Got both McLarens behind him here. Look at that. Schumacher, Norris, Ocon, Tsunoda. And I think Ricardo. All in quick succession. Amazing. Got a little distance there. And it's coming into the home stretches, so we got to be really careful because this is where their favorite attempt to make a move. He goes outside, but then the kid goes outside, forces him to the wall. Look at this. Uh-oh. Oh.
I'm very, 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 very sorry.
Let's have a look. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Oh, and he hits the wall.
Thank goodness nobody else was involved. That was a big crash.
Oh.
The team are devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
Your front wing is destroyed. All right, we're gonna put the softs on them. Terminal damage. We don't have the same, so we can't change the design. Or one left. I guess that is. I guess they are going to do it. All right, well. So apparently, we are going to repair him. He is going to go back out. He held him almost off to there, but he just, unfortunately, he crashed. Those tires won't last long. Yeah, we're doing the softs. Yeah.
Box now, Mick, box now.
Bottas is in the pit.
Copy. Box and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that
Let's
one more
take a
time.
closer look. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
He was doing so well.
A definite collision there. That's very unfortunate.
And not a look at his car. Oh my gosh. Not a real smart move either. Like a kind of a, yeah, no wing. kind of a bonehead play. Tires again. The tires are the least of your problems. So Magnussen got in ahead of
Pit
Bottas.
entry.
Okay, understood. And white line, white line.
There's without a wing. He's going to get a new one. Right there's the new wing then. He's not in last place. How about that? He's still ahead of both Williams drivers. What is that? Joe's in the pit. Joe's in the pit, but Norris ain't gonna be able to pass him, I don't think. We're up to 7th now. We got ahead of Bottas. Yeah, he's coming out ahead of Norris. So Joe's coming out ahead of Norris. He's holding him back. Good job, Joe. Good job. Look at everybody on the hards. Schumacher might be able to get up ahead of Stroll, maybe? No, Stroll's up here. I don't know. Let's check on Magnussen. It's been a while. I've been spending so much time with Schumacher, but here's Magnussen. Second place, he's got Russell in front of him and Bottas behind him. And Bottas is not right behind him either. Bottas is, I think, back here. Russell's right ahead of him, though. That's actually Russell right there. You can see Russell. And if he got 6th, could you imagine? Because Bottas is not... No, don't crash, Kev. Kevin, you keep your car going. 7 would be great. I was hoping for 8. He started in 8. If he gets 7, I'm going to carry him out of here on my shoulders. Especially if we're keeping McLaren off the top 10. Our buffer is Joe and Gasly. So McLaren's here. Joe is right there. Gasly is here. So he would have to get around him and him. And Gasly, both those guys have tires for the rest of the race. And that's where the kid hit the wall. I don't think he's going to catch Russell. I mean, Russell's still there. I don't know. But it's not Hamilton. And it looks like he's contending with... Who's he having from him there? Is that Alpine? Oh, he's going around him. Yeah, he just passed him. And we're going to have to pass him too. No, it's Williams. Alright, he's moving at least. Ooh, wow. Decided to give us a little bit of a fight. Russell's right there, though. I can't believe Schumacher had a crash and is still ahead of the entire Williams team. Boy, is Williams just out of it this year. If I'm not at Haas next season, I'll be in Williams. And again, the idea being, they're the 10th place team. Like, hey, you bring us to like 7th place, like where I am with Haas now, and I'd be the toast of the town. At 57 to 78. I want to get a picture of him as he goes by the yachts. There's Williams. Screenshot. Williams is close by. I'm going to take a look at the kid again here. I feel so bad for him. Crash. Who crashed? Who is
There's
it?
been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Here's the replay.
Same corner. Same spot as Schumacher. But who is this? Is this Stroll? Oh, the kid's got soft tires on. He could get around Aston Martin here. I don't know. He may not get 8. He started 15th. Theoretically, he can get back there. He can get around Stroll here. See if he goes for it. He's got softs on. He's trying. We might hear Gary Gannon say, "Oh, we'll get him next time." I think he bumped the thing there. He's right on him. He's gonna get. Oh, and what's his name is in the pit. He's not gonna get around in the pit though. He's not gonna pick up a spot on him, and he could slow down and actually keep us out. Is he? Is he gonna get around him in the pit? He might. He might. He's coming out of the pit. He's coming out. Can we get him? We're trying to get his teammate. Oh, he played defense for his teammate. Now you got both Aston Martins here. You can get around both of them. Schumacher could technically get 16th place. There he goes on the inside. Way to go. And he can get...
Very good job.
Way to go, kid. I'm not going to watch a replay because I was there.
Haas with an overtake.
He can get 16th. He's not going to get Ricardo. But he can get 16th. If he starts in 15th, has a crash, and ends up in 16th, after driving great defensive driving for so long and holding McLaren out of that top 10, I'll be very happy with Schumacher. Very happy, even with the crash. I think it's a net positive to it. A significant degree. Now I'm keeping an eye on him. I mean, he dealt with Stroll pretty decisively. I don't know if he's going to be able to take Vettel quite as decisively. At least he doesn't look like he's getting on there. Vettel's also got soft tires as well. Stroll had hard tires, so not quite as fast. Although he took the turn pretty well, and he had a good first sector, didn't he? What's going on here now? Suspension minor damage? Okay, I guess it's minor damage. Alright, not bad, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do here. I don't know if he's going to... He's staying right on him. He was slower in the second two sectors. There's where you get to keep in. There you go. Get up to him. Get up to him. Stick on him on this turn. I don't know. It's tough to gauge. It looks like he's staying pretty even with him. I'm going to switch back to Magnussen. Lap 61 of 78. Everybody has their end tire, their final tires. Magnussen doing well. He's got a Ferrari breathing down his neck. As long as he stays away from that corner, right? He had issues on that corner. Here's Ferrari. I don't know if that's Leclerc. I think it is. I think that's Leclerc. Trying to lap him. Unless something happens to Verstappen, I think Verstappen's got this race in the bag. Verstappen lives here in Monaco, I believe. Okay, now he's going around him. But there you go. Stick on him, though, like glue. Hold him tight. Use that guy as your... you know, sort of your guru. See if you can keep up with Ferrari, you know? Well, he comes off that turn like crazy. And Ferrari, what a car. Given the fact that that's a superior car and, to be quite honest, a more skilled driver, Magnussen's making an impressive little shadow here. You know? You're right at him there. There's Verstappen. I don't know. Leclerc is closing. I'm gonna go back to the kid because I kind of want to see. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's gonna. It looks like there's a little bit more of a gap now between them. They're not closer. Actually, he's actually further back. Slightly. Let's see. Instead of closing that gap, it's widened. But still, if he comes in 17th after a crash, 15th to 17th, finishes ahead of the entire Williams team and one of the Aston Martins, and Stroll. Maybe it's not a great day, but it's a good day for him. Again, having seen him, Joe's got the fastest lap. How's that possible? So Bottas right here. There's Magnussen. Bottas behind him. Bottas right there. So we are concerned. Let me go back to Magnussen. And I'm not seeing Bottas show up anywhere. There he is. You got to stay ahead of Bottas, Magnussen. That's your job. You have 13 laps left. You need to keep Bottas back there. You got to land in 7th. 7th place at Monaco. Starting position of 8th and then finished in 7th at Monaco, ahead of Valtteri Bottas. That would be a great day, a great race for Kevin Magnussen. You're doing well, though. You're doing well. Right, there they are. They're behind you. Ferrari's going to pass you, and it looks like trailing close behind is Bottas, so you're gonna have your work cut out for you, man. And you got hard tires. Bottas says soft. So you don't have an easy job. You have 12 laps. You take that straight away pretty darn well, and those corners as well. You're doing a good job, but you got a lot of work, man. In the last 12 laps, you gotta be careful. You need to stay ahead of Valtteri Bottas if you want to be next level. He finished ahead of you in Spain. You finished ahead of him in Monaco, all right? That's not good. That's not good, because now you let him pass, and now, jeez. There's Bottas right here. Doggone it, man. I'm not happy. I'm not happy, man. You cannot let him pass you. Not the best defensive driver in the world. This is not good. This is not good. You don't want 8th, man. You do not want 8th, and your timings are not on the up. You got Bottas shadow on you, man. He's like glue. Now you're gonna have to race defensively like the kid was. You gotta box him out. You gotta be defensive. For 11 laps, you can't let this guy pass you. Gotta stay ahead of him. Takes him out. Now all of a sudden I'm watching the same thing, but this is where it really matters, up front. Don't let him get around. Don't let him get around. I mean, that's an extra point. You get an extra point if you stay ahead of this guy. Oh, this doesn't look good. But we saw Schumacher hold his guy at bay in a very similar situation for a very long time. Stay ahead, stay ahead. I don't think he tries to pass here. I think he tries to pass on that home straightaway. Not really straightaway, but the home stretch. Fans starting to cheer. We got 10 laps left. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen right around here. Not here, but on this next. Alright, that was good. That was good. He went to the outside. You kept him out. Watch out here as well. Well done. Don't let him get nice. Way to get inside. It's like you knew he was going to try it. Man, he is right there. Oh, this coming down to the wire like this. I don't like this. I mean, the good news is it looks like McLaren is not going to finish in the points. We will once again get points and they won't. And even if we were at 8th, we would get a couple points and should at least tie them. Now, if we get 7th, we can actually leapfrog them. So now it's all up to Magnussen to determine whether or not we're going to pass McLaren in the standings or tie them. And he's got to stay ahead of his rival, Valtteri Bottas. A guy that he knows we looked at. So he wants to prove he's better than. And it'd be nice for Haas, from our perspective, to think that our car could hold its own against Alfa Romeo. Oh man. 8 laps left. Oh. This is so much like the bout that Schumacher was having before he hit the wall. He came off the turn well. He's got to hit his brakes first though. When he comes off the turn, he can't come off the turn as fast because he's got harder tires. So if he gives it too much gas, he spin out that back end. Crap, and now his tires are getting warm. So Reagan's going to tell him, you need to go slower on the turns. But on those straightaways, rocket. Nice defensive move. Forced him outside. Oh, keep him outside. Keep him outside. Nice. Way to get back. Way to get it back. And Bottas is at 41% tire wear. Or he's got 41% of his tires left anyway. So Bottas could risk going wide or spinning out if he's not careful. We have 52% of our tires. But you know Bottas is going to press, especially in those last 5 laps. So once I get to lap 73, yeah, you're going to see him really start to try and take those inside corners and whatnot. I don't like it being this close. I mean, it makes for a great spectator, race. Spectator spectacle, but when you got a horse in the race, it's real tough to watch. And a little stutter there for good measure. Keep you imagining what it might look like without stutter. I wouldn't know because this is the stutter channel. Yeah. It's actually not that bad. I usually watch these back. And sometimes it even looks like there's stutter on my program monitor that doesn't actually translate onto the recording. When I watch it back, I don't recognize that stutter, so all right, so my guess is he doesn't overtake him on this next straight, but he's going to start pressing those laps after because they're at lap 73 now. With 5 laps left, I think this is where you're going to start to see Bottas try and push. 7 laps we have. Way to go defensive. There he had some space. Maybe he's pushing. Maybe Reagan's telling him, all right, we need you on those straightaways. You just gotta go, man. We're not settling for 8th place here. We want 7th. Pretend like there's someone in front of you you're trying to overtake. Wow, what a race, people. What a race in Monaco, huh? Oh, man. I hope the next race is more than
6 laps remaining.
I hope the next race is more than 2 weeks away. So then I have another one, and just doing a lap in a week, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I can simulate some of the stuff, and I would if I had to. But I didn't want to do that with Monaco. Now we got some traffic here. If he can overtake this McLaren car here and use him as a shield, that could buy him some space. He's moving over. All right. What does that do? Is he moving up? He held. Oh no. Okay, Bottas got around him. But it looks like there's more of a gap now. All right, closes a little bit there, but we're already out. Here, we're out. Moving. That helped. I think it did help.
5 laps remaining.
Bottas is pressing on these straightaways, but so are we. Careful on that turn, man. So a couple cars hit that wall. But it looks like Kevin is really gunning it on the straightaways. I mean, hand it to Reagan, who's telling him, hit it, man. Now it's gonna catch up there. But he's off there. Has a little bit more of a buffer. He's gonna get the brakes. He's gonna come right up on him here. He's out of it now. He's going. And he could leave a little bit of a gap. This is looking good so far. He's got 3 laps left. He's on lap 74.
Four laps remaining.
75. Gotta be careful. This guy's gonna be up your tailpipe, but he's doing great now. He really looks like he's pushing it. I mean, so's Bottas, but at least if we're pushing it just as hard, he's not gaining on us, you know? That's a bigger gap than before, I think. Maybe we can get around this AlphaTauri. Just letting us pass. We do it at the corner. We get that buffer again. All right, now we got a car between us and him. And is less likely to let him go around on the corner. Oh, that slowed him down. Slowed him down. We have a bigger gap now.
3 laps remaining.
I mean, you can't rest. This Bottas is like absolutely, you know, pedal to the floor on those straights. But if we don't have a malfunction or we don't go wide, we don't spin out, it looks like Magnussen could get 7th. Schumacher holding at 17th. And again, for having crashed Schumacher and having driven so defensively and helping keep McLaren at bay for so long, I'd be really happy with Monaco, and I think the board would too. I think the board would be really happy. Looks like Verstappen won it. And Verstappen's on his last lap. Look at that, look at that. We got a little bit of a gap.
Starting final lap.
Wow. It looks good right now. Wow, wow, wow. I don't even see Bottas back there. There he is. In the tunnel on his last lap. On the wing for the S curve. He's got a good enough buffer. We're stopping to cross the line. Let's get the replay of the win.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner. Let's take a look at the replay. And there's the checkered flag. Max Verstappen is our winner.
Well, it was never certain, but if anything, that must make the victory taste even sweeter.
There he is in his hometown. And there we got it. Right? 7th.
Checkered flag.
Well done over the weekend.
Yeah, Kevin, you did an awesome job. Mode slow. Okay, Mick now will come around and take the checker.
I'm
Schumacher.
very sorry about that.
Yeah, I'd say great job. But I mean, I know Schumacher's apologetic there, but a 17th is not a great place to end. But considering how well he did defensively, and the fact that he got back up to 17th after having a crash. From Norris to cross the line, followed by Albon. Here comes Norris. And then Albon was coming up pretty soon. There we go. Wow, what a day. Check us out on the next one, folks. Thanks for watching.
Kevin Magnussen showing us how it's done. A great result. Haas there having a very successful day at the races.
Absolutely. I imagine it'll be pats on the back all round, and deservedly so.
And they're in 6th place in the constructor standings at the end of this weekend.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.